Hey guys, welcome to the last day of boot camp. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and are feeling much more empowered to use your My Essential system and want to just go ahead and jump in and start building your business like crazy. I know I am. I'm super excited to use this tool for all of 2019. So I didn't get to use it all of 2018. So I'm excited to see what 2019 has in store. I have huge business goals, and I know that My Essential system will help with that. So yesterday, we talked about the things that you should be doing to keep your practice to be 20% of your time working on your downline and 80% working on your personal business. And that's a doozy. Hey, Stacy, that's a doozy, guys. I totally understand that. I literally can promise you that for the last 3 years, I was probably working 95% on my downline and 5% on my personal business. And I was stuck and I didn't grow. And there's a reason for that. So we need to flip-flop our mentality. I've spoken to corporate at length about that, and they believe that that is what, when people are growing, they're doing 80% on their personal business and 20% on their downline. So we need to do that because we want to grow and we want to learn from our leaders. So yesterday we talked about how the 5 different steps you put into practice to make sure that you're only spending 20% of time on your business. Now, on your downline. Now, here's the deal. I totally get that this is not a perfect solution. You're going to have times where you're pushing for a rank, where you're going to pour a lot into your downline to boost their OGV. There are going to be times that you concentrate on a single leg. Stacy, seriously, we're all flipped the wrong direction. But I do believe that that is one of the major problems that we're having with growth. So if we can really work on getting towards this model, I think we'll see amazing things for our personal business. So, but it's a mentality shift, right? So I've been doing this for 5 years, and I started in March switching it up. And so for, 4 years, I was doing it one way. So we have to change it, but it's going to be hard, and it's going to be interesting. It's interesting for me to see who in my downline takes it and runs with it, and almost like takes their shoulders out of their ears, and they're like, I am free to fly. And then there are other people that are like not so happy that you're not spoon feeding them anymore. But the cool thing is if you explain that they should be doing this with their business as well, then it all makes sense for everyone. Does that make sense? So today we're going to talk about I have 15 tips for you on how you're supposed to be using your 80% of your time to build your own personal business. And here's the deal, guys. I fully believe that to grow in this business, we have to build like a distributor. Okay, so remember when you first got your kit and you were so excited and you started talking to everyone and you couldn't wait to change people's lives and let them know how these oils can affect them. At some point we transition into a more management mode, and I'm saying get rid of that thought. Okay, we need to be constantly building as a distributor. So don't forget about that fire you had when you first signed up with Young Living. I want you to go back to there and write the 10 things down that you did as a distributor and then run with that. And I'm dead serious. If it's as silly as I constantly was wearing oils in public and putting oils on in public, fantastic. Write it down, run hard after that. Because this is the trap we get into. We ask, okay, so sorry, I'm trying to read comments and I'm bad at that, so I'll read them at the end. So, to be kidding me. Okay, sorry. That was my phone ringing. I forgot to put it on airplane mode. Sorry. Okay, so we get into this. Can you guys still see me? We get into this trap where we go, well, the reason why I was building so fast back then is because ... So what do you fill in the blank with? It was because everyone I was speaking to was new, didn't know anything about essential oils. It was because I didn't have a downline and I had so much more time. Or it was because my kids were younger and took a 2-hour nap back then. Okay, we all have our excuses. But the bottom line is if you're building the same way with the same fire and excitement that you built when you were a distributor, then you're going to be growing. And I fully believe that. I think it's a foolproof way to grow your business. The other thing is that we need to capture that excitement again. So to be able to do that, you need to fall in love with your oils again. You literally need to figure out what got that fire in your belly going when you first started. Recapture that, because here's the deal, and I say this every time we have a kit sale. Every time we have a kit sale in my downline, every single time we sell 200 kits that month. Let's think about this logically. Guys, that's $16 off of a kit. That's not a big deal. I mean, for real, that's not a big deal. How many times do you post, and maybe you don't, which is great, but how many times do you post, hey, I'll give you $25 Amazon gift card back? How many times do you do that? You get no takers, right? Because there's no excitement behind it. When you get amped up and you get excited, people get excited with you. People buy excitement. That's what they do. So you need to recapture that excitement. So that's my extra tip. That's not part of my 15 tips. So let's dive in. I hope you guys have a pen and a pencil, because I'm going to go through this fast and furious. I'm going to talk about what you should do and what you should not be doing. So the things that you should be doing to grow your personal business and the pitfalls we fall into along with this. Okay? So number one is you always teach classes. Always teach classes. Okay? This could be online classes, this could be one-on-ones, or these can be in persons. Go back to the class that I taught, or the day I taught about classes. Classes are 3 different things. They're either one-on-one, they're in person, or they're online. Okay? So always teach classes. People, you never know when you're going to capture that one person. And if you teach a class and you either plant a seed or you capture one person, it was totally worth your time. Okay? Do not teach ineffective classes. This is key. The days of 2013-14 of the Oil 101 class are over. People know about oils. They can buy them in TJ Maxx. You want to teach, you want to just flip the script just a little bit to think of a more creative way. And I think we have done that well in My Essential System. So instead of a 101 class, it's called Embracing Wellness. It's the exact same class, y'all. But they're thinking, oh, I want to embrace wellness. It's the exact same class. But Oils 101, you fall asleep, no one cares. So move on to that. Don't ever call anything 101 or 201. People are bored. They don't want to go to school. The 201 is after the kit. It's the exact same class, but people are responding so much more, and we're getting so much more interaction by just changing the title of our class. Okay, use oils in public. This is key. When you're waiting in the grocery store line and you have your shoulders in your ears, put your white Angelica on. When you need a little extra help on your neck, put on your deep relief. Do this in public. People will always ask, okay? But don't make it weird. Don't do this number. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And grab your white Angelica and then put it on you and then be like, zen. That's annoying. That's weird. Don't offer to put it on other people. This has happened to me. This has legit happened to me. They did not know I was an oil user. Heck no. I don't know you. I'm not letting you touch me with your oils. What are you talking about? So don't make it weird, okay? But do use them in public. Meet people at their needs. Guys, this is one thing we're missing. We're missing people. Once we get the sale, we're like, high five, we got the sale. This is awesome. You want to be on ER? Let's get you on ER. But we don't figure out why they bought the kit. Have them fill out that form, even if they've used oils for 4 years. You need to know the top 3 reasons why they're using their oils so that you can go back to them and say, all right, Sally, you said that you wanted oils for sleep. How is that going? And if she says, not great, you dive into sleep with Sally, okay? Literally, you need to know what people are needing to be able to meet them at their needs, but don't stalk them. If you send them 3 or 4 messages and they don't respond, just let them, continue to do your monthly thing with them. You should be reaching out to them at least one time by text message, at least one time by any other thing, whether it be a class or personally or whatever. If they don't respond, it's fine. If Sally doesn't want to sleep, Sally doesn't want to sleep. You know what I'm saying? All right, be a learner. Guys, this is so important, and this I really believe is what's brought me to this point. Be a learner. Continually be doing stuff to grow yourself both personally, professionally, and product. We don't know everything, and that's the don't be a know-it-all. We don't know everything. Lindsay Elmore does not know everything. She still asks questions all the time. Hey, does anyone know this? We don't know everything, so don't be afraid to say, you know what? I don't know, Let me look that up and do some research, and I'll call you back. That to me is gives your people trust that you're not just spewing off and pretending like you're a doctor and you know what you're talking about, because you don't. We're not MDs. We have no idea. We might have some knowledge with essential oils, and that's super important, but let's not be afraid to learn more. Professional development. You need to be learning about how to use Facebook, how to use Instagram, how to close a sale. These things are super important, but even more important is personal. Do you have roadblocks in your life that are stopping you from hitting your next rank? Do you sabotage yourself? Are you a Debbie Downer where you're like, it's never going to happen to me, it's happening for everyone else? Here's the deal, and I really truly believe this. Everyone can be a Royal Crown Diamond in this business. It is really truly possible for everyone to be a Royal Crown Diamond. You just have to believe that you're worth it and it's possible for you. So I would encourage you to really dig deep into your personal self, which it doesn't seem like it would fit, but bottom line is, if you don't believe that you're going to do it and you are the person that gives it 9 million excuses, I didn't get in at the right time, I don't have enough time, those are all excuses. Everyone has enough time. I have 6 children. I homeschool 2. I help run my husband's business. I have my essential system, and I do Young Living effectively. I'm a very busy person, but I can do it. I know people that are way busier than I am. I have a friend who's a Royal Crown Diamond who has 6 children under the age of 8, and she rocks it, and she homeschools all of them. So we can do this, guys. We can do this. You can do this. You can do it, but you have to believe in yourself to do it. Okay, be a walking billboard. Okay, so I want you to know that people buy you before they buy anything from you. So be a walking billboard. Make sure that you are putting yourself forward as someone that someone would want to buy from. Look at your Facebook very carefully. If you're constantly vague booking, which is my favorite term in the world, stop doing that. If you're trying to get attention on Facebook, people are not going to think that you know what you're doing and will trust you. Figure out why you're doing that. That's the most important thing. So if you're on Facebook and you're like, today has been the worst day ever, ... That was a bad example, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Don't be that person. Do not vague book. Do not sit there. I fully believe that unless it's something that you're willing to die on that hill of, I don't put political posts up there. I'm Canadian, so I can't even vote, but I do have a political opinion. But don't put it on Facebook unless that's the hill you want to die on and that's your brand. Go for it, girlfriend. But here's the deal. You're going to exclude a lot of people. So you have to make sure that that is the hill you want to die on. So be a walking billboard. People are going to buy you before they buy anything from you. But don't lose yourself. Don't become someone you're not just to be a better billboard. But the cool thing is when you dig deep inside of yourself and figure out why you're doing the quirky things that you do, you become a better person. You don't become someone else. Okay? So don't take on someone else's persona. It's not going to work. People can smell authenticity a mile away. Don't be that person, but be a walking billboard. Okay. Be an educator, not the message. This is super important. I'm taking a really long time, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Be an educator, not the message. You do not have to be the message. Young Living oils sell themselves. The message is, let's get healthy with Young Essential Oils. You are just someone that can teach them about that. Okay? So don't feel like it has to be the Jerri-Anne show, because it doesn't. Young Living is the show. Okay? Offer the business to everyone. And I say this often. Whenever I sell a kit, and I'm going to say it here in case you didn't watch the video. Whenever I sell a kit, I sit down with them and I say, I'm going to pick a different name than Sally because I've used Sally's name a million times. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad you bought your starter kit. Let's sit down and unbox the kit. First, send them the link to the start funnel and then say, I know you watched the video on unboxing the kit. I want to go into a little bit deeper with you so we can figure out how you want to use this kit. Unbox the kit and say, okay, here's your sign up link. I'm going to text it to you right now. I already have it ready. Text Kelly her sign up link and say, listen, here's the deal. Young Living is a great company, and this entire month since you bought your kit, or if they get on ER, since you're on ER, you already meet the qualifications to get a thank you check from Young Living. So once you fall in love with these oils, and you're going to start talking about them. All you have to do is send this to whoever you're talking to, this link, and Young Living the next month will send you a $50 thank you check for selling a kit, for having people join you with the kit. But if that's not your jam, here are 3 of my business cards, and I work on referrals. So I will take care of them just like I take care of you. So if you don't want to do that, here's my business card. I'll put a $25 product credit on your account for every person you refer me to, so you can get free oils. So that's win-win. You're getting new customers and you're also giving them a credit so that they can spend more money. Okay. Offer the business to everyone and don't say no for anyone. You saying no for someone could block you from having an amazing business person. I literally know that my enroller thought I would never do the business. I 100% know that. I never thought I would do the business. I said no probably 10 times, but then finally I was like, okay, I'll do this thing. So don't say no for anyone. Okay, make sure that they have their sign-up link, but don't be aggressive about it. So when you're talking to people about oils, make sure you have make sure you send them your start funnel, okay? But don't be aggressive about it. Don't sit there and be like, so are you going to buy a kit today? Just continually talk to them and be authentic and care about them, but make sure they have it so that when they're ready to purchase, they don't just log on to the Young Living account. Sorry. All right. Always ask for referrals. Do not be afraid to ask for referrals. If you're taking good care of your people, then you should have no problem asking for referrals. But when you get that referral, if that person reaches out, don't drop the ball, okay? Because then that person is like, dude, I trusted you and gave you my friend, and she's been calling you for 3 weeks, and you haven't gotten back up with her, okay? Always use social media. The people that build without social media, I want to sit at their feet because I have no idea how they do it. But I build with social media. I told you it's like 96.7 or 97.6. I'm terrible at numbers. % of my business comes from Facebook. Build on use social media well, but don't think that's enough. Okay, so I have a builder in my downline that has amazing posts. She has stellar posts. She's constantly posting Insta stories that are fabulous. She posts online, but that's all she does. And she is not growing. And the reason is that's not enough. You have to personally attach to people and to connect with people for them to trust you to actually do the business or to buy a kit and use the oil. So don't think just posting means that you're doing the business. That's not true. There's so many more layers. Okay. Number 11, go to events. You guys know that's my jam, right? I did Elevate for 2 years. I do rallies. They're my favorite thing in the world to do. But don't choose unwisely. Okay, so just because it's a Young Living event does not mean it's a great event. I have wasted much money going to cheesy events that did nothing for me. So make sure you do your research on your events. A good way to see if a rally is good is it in a hotel. If it's at someone's house, that it could be phenomenal, and if you know that person, you rock it and go with it. But I had a friend, someone in my downline, that I found a rally for them. There was only 2 in their area, and I sent them there, and it was a doomsday prepper event, which is fine if you're into that. She's not. So it was a total waste of money and time for her. So make sure that you really dig in and figure out what events are good. Okay, keep it simple. We talk about this all the time. Keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate it. This is not difficult. As long as you have a system in place, it is very simple. Keep it simple so that people can feel like they can follow you and duplicate you. That is the most important part of this business and growing leaders is people feeling like this is a business that they can do. Okay, so do not overcomplicate it. Talk to your friends and family. Let them know, hey, I'm doing this business. I would love for you to join me. Hey, you have a lot of issues that oils could really help you with. Why don't you let me help you? Talk to your friends and family, but don't sacrifice your relationships, okay? My very best friend in the world does not do oils. I actually appreciate it. She asks for oils to make her house smell yummy. That's all she cares about. And so I give her those small oils, but she doesn't do them, and I appreciate that because when your whole world becomes about oils, you get very small and you lose sight of what's around you. So don't sacrifice your relationships. When they say no, it's okay. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no for a plethora of reasons. Okay, number 14. Be innovative. Always look for ways that you could be doing something innovative. Don't continue to do the same things, and that's part of the filter. If you do it twice and it doesn't work, move on, do something else. But be innovative. Think of look around and see what your leaders are doing. The 12 Days of Diamond right now, y'all, that is gold. If you skip this entire boot camp and sit under them, you're going to learn a lot of stuff. So be innovative, but don't stop doing the mundane. because it's a mundane world. We have to unpack our kit with everyone. We have to talk about oils on Facebook. We have to use our oils in public. We have to tell people about oils. We have to bring it up in conversation. That's the mundane stuff that you aren't going to stop doing just because you're doing innovative stuff, okay? And the last one is follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So follow up with all your people. My Essential System has a plethora of tools for you to reach out to people. When you send someone your link, you know that that is not the only thing that you're doing. You're going to then follow up with them, because here's the deal. If you bought My Essential System to put your business on automated, you brought the wrong tool. There's actually no tool out there that exists, because our business is about personal connection. Now, let's say you've dropped the ball and you have not done a great job of follow-up. Don't be afraid to apologize. There's so many times that I've had to go back to people and say, hey, I am so sorry. I realize that I have dropped the ball. I really want to help you use the oils that you have in your house. So if you could just let me come back and let's circle back around and let me make it up to you. I'm going to send you a roller bottle in the mail that I think you're going to love. And I would just love to connect with you about your oils. Don't be afraid to apologize. That is super important, because we're going to mess up. We have a life. We have things that are going on in our house. We can't do everything perfectly all the time. So don't be afraid to go back and apologize. People respond very well to that. So that is your 15 things, do's and don'ts, that you're going to do to build your personal business. I'm going to go back and just look at this really quick. Yes. So yes, Stacy. So seriously, if the question is asked more than twice or 3 times, put it in the file, and then you can refer your people right to them. And then literally all you have to do is say, it's in the files in blank. So I have a customer care group and a business group. So like when my business people come to me, I'm like, oh, it's in the file in 212. And my business, or if personal people, and I'm like, oh, that's a great question. I did a full explanation in Just a Drop. Why don't you go in there and check it out? So that makes things so much easier. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're keeping this up until January 1st, so you have time to go back, look through it, get ready. But we're also going to be doing this the middle of February. So we're going to do this exact same one the middle of February. If you guys did an okay job but not a stellar job of all the action steps, take it again. It's the exact same thing. You're going to see this exact same conversation. Or if you have people that you are, if you have people that you put, oh wow, Stacy, we're going to have to talk about that. She puts all of her users and business builders in one. I would not be able to do that. So we have to talk about how you can do that. So anyway, middle of February, we're going to be doing the same thing. So if you have your downline that are going to jump into MES, let them know that they're going to go through boot camp in February. But we're also going to do the 3 and free. So if you have 3 people, you get your system for free. We're going to do a boot camp with like the best of the best of the best that are coming in to teach us about how to grow our businesses. So this is going to be both young living and non-young living people. It's not going to be so much focused on MES. It's going to be focused on just like, let's talk about tools and tricks that we need to know to grow our business. So I hope you guys will be in on that. If you guys have any questions on this or anything else, stick it in the group. You will be taken out of the group on January 1st. So ask all your questions now, but always know that you can either PM me or ask me in the Facebook. So guys, go and share this with your downline, get people signed up so I can see you in the boot camp in February. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.